Hello, my name is Stephanie Toman, and this is the weekly revision paper that goes with the word processing, the advanced word processing ICDL qualification. So as you know, there are lots of video-based learning materials that you can use, and also you'll be able to access the resources. That's the documents or the files or PowerPoint, whichever one you're using. You can open those up and you can go along with the video and use the same materials. Or after watching the video, what you might do is rather go straight into putting it into practice. So you've also got in that all learning resources link, you will have the weekly revision practice, whereby you can do so many questions at a time in each section, and then you can go back to the videos, or you can do them all in one at the end. It's entirely up to you how you do it. So we all come to this with different levels of IT skills, different ways of doing things. So what you're doing with regards to this is you're trying to do it the most efficient way. If you're a beginner, you'll be learning things from scratch, so you need to put it into practice. Watching a video alone will not keep it, you won't be able to assimilate it and put it into practice somewhere else. So you need to do that in order to retain it. So if you do practice, that's the answer. And there are also weekly revision practice videos in the other link, in the questions 1 to 30, and you can go and check those and make sure that what you're doing is what's expected. In other words, you've read the question correctly. But these questions will be getting more and more like the actual exam, and there's another paper after this which I will guide you towards, whereby you'll be doing it a little bit more independently. So this is the answer. Watch the videos in the areas you need, or all of them, but make sure that you put them into practice and check that you've got the gist of it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye. If they don't look like this, you may have the wrong ones, so make sure you haven't picked up the manual work files or the pre-online work files. Okay, so to start with, we're going to look at the questions. I'm just going to minimize this and let's have a look and see which question we're on. Question 26. Here we go. So open the discovery document again. I've already had it open, I think, in a previous one, and modify the 0 with a 0 file size in the footer of the discovery document and show the file size in kilobytes. Then lock the field before saving so it cannot be modified, updated or modified. So let's go and have a look at the files. So we're opening up Discovery. A sec. There we go. Okay, right to the bottom of the document. Here we go. This is in the footer. It wants us to use a field. Do you remember how to use a field to put file size in? So insert into the quick parts, onto field, type in an F field size or file size in this case. Make sure it's kilobytes. Everything else is okay, nothing about preserving formatting, and then that field's in there. Okay, so we've done that one. So we can close that without saving. And let's move on to the next question. So the next question is 27. So we're going to open the memo form, add a drop-down form field feature to the two using the properties John Brown, Joe Bloggs, Susan White, and Peter Gray. I think we might do this a bit at a time like you would in the exam. So let's do the first one and see what happens. So we're opening up memo doc there. There we go. We've got a tab by the looks of it, so I tab over. So it wants us to do a drop-down field. Remember the developer tab, you need to have it. If you haven't, go to File, Options, and in the Customize ribbon, you can find it there to make sure it's ticked on. So in this developer tab, you've got these little legacy forms or legacy tools. And the first one is about a drop-down form. So we hover on them, they'll tell us what they are. So we're going to use that one. And then the properties, we can double click to get the properties. And we're going to put in some names. So we've got John Brown, enter, and Joe Bloggs, enter, Susan White, enter, and Peter Gray. I think some colours coming out there, just for ease of use. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, that. Then to the right of the from, let's go back to the question, just have a little look. So to the right of the from, add a text form field to your name in it. After the date, add a text form field displaying the current date with the date format DDMM and then 4 Ys. Ensure the above form cannot be changed. Okay, so let's take that easy. So from the from, we want a drop down, a form, text form, one of those. Double click. It wants the current, or it wants the name first. So regular text is the default. Pop in your name. Oops. Then no formatting or anything. That's okay. Then after the date, 2 tabs. We want another text form. Double click. I'm going to put the current date in, and we're putting the format with DDMM, so it's the first one. That's not too bad. And then OK. And then we've got to protect it now. So here's our restricting the developer tab, still here already. Click on number 2. It's a filling in form, so I'm going to put it down to a filling in forms. Yes, stop protection, no password. So I'm going to OK, and that's stopped, and that's OK. So I'm going to close that and not save. So back to our questions. Okay, so number 28, using the mail merge section, we've got a question on that. Open the showroom and bring in the recipient list, customer list. Use the following rule. If the city is Sunderland, then insert Park Lane showroom, otherwise insert North Road showroom, in between the words to and on. Save the merged documents as showroom letters, and then close all documents. Okay, so that's going to take a bit of going into. So the first thing is to open the showroom. There it is there. And I've got to bring in, go into my mailings tab straight away, I've got to bring in a data source called customers list before this all becomes available. So let's go and get that. It's on my desktop. Yours will be in the Z drive if you're on the exam, or if you've actually got some sense, you would have put it onto your desktop to save you a lot of hassle. And there's our customer list. Once that comes in, we can preview. And there we are. We've got some names there. Let's have a quick look through. Yeah, they're all there. And we've got Sunderland and Newcastle, just like we had in the demo lectures if you did them with me. So it's just you practicing and getting this. So we've got the if then or else. We've got the city is equal to Sunderland. And if it is, they want them to go to Park Road showroom. But if it is something else, otherwise they want them to go to North Road showroom. Okay, that seems fine. Okay, there's the one for Sunderland. Let's have a quick check and make sure the other one, yeah, that's worked for Newcastle. So we're quite happy with that. Then you would finish a merge, as the questions asked us, and then okay, and then you should see that they've all worked out fine. So that's the end of that. Remember, the proposal question that I demonstrated in the lectures is something I want you to concentrate on, particularly the one where it's asking you to drop fields on top of the resume.